अच्छा माता जी आप गाओ, जो आप गा सकते हैं।
Mataji, she also wants to sing Radha Krishna Pranamura.
Okay. After her. अरे मेरे को क्या पता आप कौन सा गा सकते हैं। Any bhajan which you can sing.
नहीं तो कल जरूर प्रिपेयर कर लेना अपने घर के लिए।
आनंद प्रभु इधर आ जाओ आगे।
आनंद प्रभु जी, पंडित जी आप तो आ गए अपनी चेयर लेके, सिंहासन लेके। आप अपने सिंहासन के साथ आगे आ जाओ।
ब्लॉक कर दूंगा ना।
कोई बात नहीं, सिंहासन के साथ आओ आगे।
जय जय श्री गुरु
वो तो हो गया ना, बस वही वाला। राधा कृष्ण का कोई भजन। Okay, Kishori.
Kishori ji, where are you now? Oh, your turn.
Come here, in front.
You want to? You're fine?
No, ठीक है, इधर, come here.
No, नारी यारी okay.
All babies together.
So it's Radha Krishna Pranamura.
Can host for tomorrow please remind me to bring the mic and the speaker? I keep forgetting.
No,
No?
it's so much more beautiful with no mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raji asked.
For me, I need mic.
Okay.
For speaking, not singing. Okay, Kishori.
What page is it?
So it's Radha Krishna Pranamura. That the small book is 123.
9?
90? Page 90.
Хорошо, хорошо.
Oh yeah.
Start.
Radha Krishna Prana Mora Yugala Kishora Ivane Varane Gati Radhana
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Jayo Sachinandana Jai Gaura Hari
Jai Sachinandana
Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaura Hari Jai Gaura Hari Prabhu Jai Gaura Hari
Jai Gaura Hari Prabhu Jai Gaura Hari
O Vishnu Priya Pran Dhana Jai Gaura Hari
Vishnu Priya Pranadhana Jai Gaura Hari
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 O Jai Gaura Hari
Jai Gaura
O Gaura He Gaura He Gaura He Gaura He
Gaura He Gaura He Gaura He Gaura He
Anitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Jai Gaura Hari
Anitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Gaura गौर प्रेमानंदे ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया पंडित जी चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय स्तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद गदाधर शिवा सदि गौर भक्त वृंद सभी बोलो हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे बोलो
I offer my unlimited obeisances
Loudly.
to my Gurudev. I offer my unlimited obeisances to my Gurudev. Nikkhili Love Vaishnavam Vishnupada Shtotarishad Shri Srimad Bhakti Gyan Bhakti Goswami Maharaj Ji. I also offer my obeisances to Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanti Maharaj Ji. So I think we continued the topic of Sadhu Sangh, right? So on Sadhu Sangh, as Maharaj Ji told yesterday, that how important Sadhu Sangh is for progress in Bhakti. And just continuing the topic, yesterday I wanted to share a couple of examples. So how that Lavamatra Sadhu Sangh also is important. So just couple of examples we can talk about. For Dhruv Maharaj, like when Dhruv Maharaj went ahead for doing penance, he met with Naradji. And Naradji just told him what mantra he should chant, and he had very less amount of sadhu sang with Naradji, but even with that he could attain Bhagavan. Same is with other devotees, like in Mahaprabhu's Leela also we see quite a few examples. So Lavamatra sadhu sang also is important, and especially with Naradji we have many more examples, like when Dasyu he also met with Naradji, and then Valya became Valmiki. And so this kind of sadhu sang, which is of course Naradji is very unnat adhikari, but even with any small amount of sadhu sang we can progress. And sadhu as we said yesterday, basically when we associate with sadhu, what we do is we do harikatha, we hear harikatha from sadhu, and so our mind and our senses always get controlled, and they are always focused on Bhagavan and harikatha. That helps us in progressing in our bhakti, and helps us in focusing our mind and our senses in bhakti. So sadhu sang basically starts with association of devotees, as well as doing association with our guru. But this association is not just talking and sitting with devotees and hearing harikatha. What is the exact meaning of sadhu sang is to follow, hear it, think over it, and follow what they are trying to tell us, and how they are exhibiting, how they are progressing in bhakti, and what they are doing to progress in bhakti. So for devotees like us who are just starting in bhakti, it is very important that we associate with them and try to follow and their instructions, not just hearing harikatha and just listening and sitting chatting with them, but important is following the instructions, whatever they tell. First think over it, and then try to follow and understand it and incorporate it in our day-to-day life. So that is called as sadhu sang. So as we said again, sadhu sang sarva shastre kai, lav matra sadhu sang sarva siddhi hai. So for us there is no other way but to associate with sadhu, because bhakti cannot be done on our own. With our own, there's a high tendency that we can get deviated, and we again can get into material life. But when we associate with sadhus, they will keep us focused, and Guru will tell us what to do. Guru will correct us whatever way we want to progress. So sadhu sang starts with Guru Padashraya, and with Guru Padashraya, Guru will help us in progressing, and rest of the devotees will keep us focused and help us in understanding what sadhan is, what is the way of achieving Krishna Prem, because our goal is to achieve Krishna Prem. So to achieve Krishna Prem, we will have to do sadhan. So for sadhan, the first step is sadhu sang. So I think for us sadhu sang is very important, and doing and following the instructions, and even small amount of association is enough. And if we are able to do it together and able to follow the instructions, understand. So some can, basically it can even be, for that we don't really need to be physically together. Even whatever our Guru or Acharyas tell us, if we are able to follow the instructions, read the books, if we are able to do our sadhan, whatever Guru has told us, and do our mantras properly with focus on it and understanding what Guru wanted to tell us. So understanding the Manobhishta, as we said, Rup Goswami had very little association with Mahaprabhu, I think only 21 days or something. But even with that, he could understand the Manobhishta of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he in one of the incidents, I think Mahaprabhu asked Swarup Damodar that how this Rup Goswami, how this Rup understood my what I wanted to tell. And Swarup Goswami tells, you must have illuminated, or you must have made it understood to Rupa Goswami. So when this is sung. So sung doesn't depend on the time, it depends on understanding the internal mood and meanings, what Guru wanted to tell or what Sadhu wanted to tell us. So understanding the Manobhishta and then following as per those instructions is real sang. So I think the real sang is important rather than physical association or just talking and chatting with sadhu. So understanding the real meaning of understanding what Guru wants to tell us, what Guru's goal, and how Guru wants to teach us, what exactly he wants to tell us, and how he exhibits in his day-to-day life. So understanding that is association. So I think association is more of understanding and following the principles and following what sadhus are telling us rather than just listening. So I think this is what the meaning of sadhu sang is. So amount of time is not important. Understanding the manobhishta and following it and practicing it is more important.
Gaur Premanand. What do you have to say in this regard? Any comment on this?
Yes, Maharaji, like one example that you gave once was like the iPhone example.
iPhone.
So therein, if one of our friends, so we see iPhone from, like if they bring new iPhone latest generation, then just by looking at it, if that gives us the desire, oh, I should also have that kind of iPhone. So that is like real Sangha. We did the Sang, we associated with that person momentarily, and then that gave us the desire. So similarly, when we come to Hari Katha, when we hear, so how do we know that we are doing Sangha is after the Hari Katha, we should see the transformations. Like we should see that our desires, earlier, whatever desires we had, material and stuff, like some amount should start changing. That now we think for the Paramarthik thing by Sadhu Sangha. So that is how one of the criteria that we can gauge that even after Hari Katha, are we on the right track? Are we taking something? Are we desiring to take something? So yes, Maharaji, that is one example that I remember you gave once.
Now my turn. कुछ बोलेंगे? Okay. So, from where this word sadhu sangha descend? It's not from this material world. The word sadhu sangha is from spiritual world. In this material world, we associate with material objects. And the conceptions and perceptions is also material. Whereas from where this word association, I mean spiritual association, from what is the origin of this? From where this word descend? The word sadhu sangha descend from spiritual world, Golok Vrindavan, where the Supreme Personality, Krishna, and his energy Radharani, they associate with each other. When I say associate with each other means not only playing the pastimes together, but Krishna day and night only thinking about Radharani. Radharani only thinking about Krishna. Either she is all the time uttering the name of Krishna. She meditating on the form of Krishna, describing or remembering the qualities of Krishna, and of course they are performing the pastimes together. So association with the name, form, qualities and pastimes. Who is doing that? Radharani is doing with Krishna. And Krishna also not associating, he's trying to associate with the qualities of Radharani. Now, seeing the audience, I want to speak something very high level. But I don't know how many can understand this. But still, one day we have to understand this. Because association means elevating the consciousness. If there is association and there is no elevation of consciousness, then that association is actually didn't happen. The fruit of association is high thinking and high consciousness. Even after hearing so much, if we are not driving that consciousness, the elevated consciousness, then we are not actually associating. We are just attending programs. That's a bitter truth. We are only attending programs and we are gathering some pious sukritis, that's all. But the result of association is broadening the qualification of a sadhaka. For example, Ayurveda says if you keep on eating more and more and more, your stomach grows. But you start intermittent fasting, the stomach shrinks. And then you don't feel appetite at all. So hearing Harikatha with a mode of association, with the understanding of association, it makes that qualification, it broadens the qualification of a sadhaka. So every hearing is not same. The point I wanted to make, try to understand if you can catch this point. Krishna is trying his best to associate with Radharani. Radharani is superior than Krishna. That's our Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. Okay, in Vaishnavism, Ashray Vigraha means the subject of worship is more prominent than object of worship. Understand? Understanding what I'm saying? General populace think Ram and Krishna is superior. Of course. But every pastime and every Leela of Bhagwan has to be considered from two factors. One is Tattva and other is what? The details of the Tattva. In the terminology we use is Ras Vichar. You know? Suppose, like Ram, Bhagwan Ram, what is that what he can't accomplish? He can do anything. He is Bhagwan. He is Supreme Lord. This is the Tattva. Tattva means this is the fact. But when he comes to the pastime, then he can't even cross the ocean. Where is his supremacy gone? So this is another factor. Being supreme, he is showing, no, I cannot do this. I need your support. Because if we don't do that, the pastime will not take place. And if pastimes not take place, then his associates and along with him, they will not derive any bliss. Pastime only takes place when the supreme, complete, manifests incompleteness. If they don't manifest incompleteness, pastime cannot take place. So Radharani is always chanting the name of Krishna. Try to pick this point. She is always meditating on Krishna. She is always meditating, remembering the qualities of Krishna. So she is 100% associating with name, form and qualities and pastimes. But Krishna, on the other side, he's trying his best, but he can't come to that point of fully understanding, especially the love of Radharani, which is so high, more superior than love of Krishna for Radharani. Chaitanya Chaitamrit say, दुहु जे समरस भरत मुनि माने अमार ब्रज प्रेम से नहीं जाने. You know this famous dance Bharatnatyam? Who originated that? Bharat Muni. Bharat Muni, he originated Bharatnatyam, where there is always a heroine and heroine, and their playful and amorous pastimes is in the form of singing and dancing. According to Bharat Muni, who is a material poet, not a spiritual poet, he say both hero and heroine, they have same amount of love for each other, equal. But Chaitanya Chaitamrit, Kaviraj Goswami describes, no, maybe this is true in the material world, but when it comes to the spiritual world, especially Golok Vrindavan, this is totally wrong. दुहु जे समरस भरत मुनि माने अमार ब्रज प्रेम से ही नहीं जाने. He, Bharat Muni, don't understand the prem of Braj, the prem of Golok Vrindavan, in which the supremacy of the love of Radharani means the energy is more than the object of worship, Krishna. Getting my point? So, now there are many details in that. But coming to the essence, the love Krishna has for Radharani and the love for Radharani has for Krishna, which love is superior? Radharani love for Krishna is superior. That's why when you go Vrindavan, what do you hear?
Radhe Radhe.
You been Vrindavan? How many of you? Oh, everyone. So what you heard there?
Radhe Radhe.
No. Not that polite.
That's what it's
They
Radhe
shout.
Radhe.
Jai Shri Ram.
They shout there. No. They always sing Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. Radhe
Everything is Radhe Radhe. Hey, move. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe.
Shopkeepers, they calling out the customers, Radhe Radhe. Even when there is fight, Radhe. Any quarrel, any fight, first they chant Radhe and then they start quarrel. Yeah. If you go any park in the morning, here in America, how people greet you? Good morning. Morning. How's your day? If you go Vrindavan, everyone greet saying Radhe Radhe. You know? Anyhow. Because Krishna, now coming to the point. And why I'm saying this? Because tomorrow is a very auspicious day, so I'm preparing everyone. Please do come tomorrow program. The most auspicious day of the year. For any kind of wedding ceremony, travels, business, any kind of inauguration, buying a car, whatever. Buying Tesla. Buying any car. Anything, purchase, or giving gift. And in India, tomorrow, the day is called Vasant Panchami. Hai na? Vasant Panchami means, can say in general terminology, we can say is beginning of the spring. Krishna has so many Ras Leelas. There's one Vasant Ras, there's Shardiya Ras, there's Hemant Ras, there's also one Hemant Ras.
राधा कुंड वाला जो राधा कुंड पे जो एक हुआ था जिसमें सौ पक्षियां गोपियां थी.
So one is Maharas, then Shardiya Ras, Hemant Ras, and Vasant Ras. All Ras is not same. Tomorrow we're going to hear more about this, but just to prepare, warming up for tomorrow. So a very auspicious day in India, especially devotees and also non-devotees. They regard this day because it's a very auspicious day. So they all wear yellow garments, yellow outfits. And they also make their deities wear yellow outfits. So if you go Vrindavan tomorrow, you see all temples yellow outfits. Even the preps they offer is yellow. Yellow rice, yellow sabji, all that.
Yellow bundi ka laddu.
Yes, laddus. All these laddus, yes. Hana? And it's also a very auspicious good day for charity, donations. And best amongst all the donations, yellow is like gold, if you can donate gold. I'm here actually tomorrow.
We give tax receipts.
Huh?
We
I'll
give
give,
tax receipts.
yes, I'll give tax receipts. So can donate much anyway. So tomorrow is very auspicious day, so please come tomorrow, right time. We're going to start program a little early. And along with Vasant Panchami, tomorrow there's so many appearance and disappearance of so many acharyas like Vishnu Chakur Thakur, Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunandan, Shri Baldev Vidyabhushan Prabhu, and the consort of Shri Mahaprabhu, Vishnu Priya Devi's appearance day. So almost 7 appearance and disappearance of acharyas in one day, because they chose this day to appear and to go from this world, disappear, because it's very, very auspicious day. Shri Raghunath Das Goswami, Vishnu Chakur Thakur, all acharyas in our line. So it's a very special occasion for any kind of new venture. Achha? So, and because there are so many appearance and disappearance, I'm just touching one topic today. Krishna wants to associate, but he finds failure. He wants to associate with Radharani, but he's finding failure in that. So therefore what he did, he folds his hands, and he said, and he told to Radharani, saying, Na pare hum nirvadyu sam. O Radharani, I cannot repay your debt. I cannot repay your love. I cannot repay your love. Yeah. But actually I want to repay your love. So that's why Krishna, that was 5,000 years back when Krishna descended here on this planet. But then Krishna, after all these pastimes, Vrindavan, Mathura and Dwarika. So, pastimes of Vrindavan, 10 years, 2 months, and then he came to Mathura for a few months. And after that, until 125 years, he stayed in Dwarika. So, you can imagine, almost 110 years he spent in Dwarika. So the pastimes of Vrindavan, Mathura and Dwarka, this complete entire pastime of Krishna. And that's why in Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 1 to chapter 90, is all these pastimes Krishna's from Vrindavan, Mathura and Dwarika. That makes the complete pastimes. So, when Krishna went to Golok Vrindavan, he went back to his abode, spiritual abode, Golok Vrindavan. He was contemplating on this, as Krishna, I gave so many instructions, but I never showed how to follow those instructions. I spoke so much, but how people will learn if I don't practice that? It's very easy to tell, don't eat sweets. I may say, don't eat sweets. When I see sweets in front of me, I can hide and eat that. So that's not a purity. So following and then instructing. Krishna is saying that, Krishna is thinking that even though I gave so many instructions, Bhagavad Gita full of instructions, but how the people will learn if I don't follow on me? Therefore, I have to go again and I will show to everyone how to follow my own instructions. This is one reason. The other reason is Krishna wants to relish, enjoy the association of Radharani. Therefore, he literally begged to Radharani, please grant me your complexion and please grant me your moods, your emotions. And with that, I'm going to relish and taste what you go through by remembering me. Understand? Krishna himself, he don't know the glories and the beauty of his own names. He don't know the beauty of his own the sweetness of his own beauty. He don't know the sweetness of his names. He don't know the sweetness of his beauty because it's about Krishna himself. When you look in mirror, you look in mirror and you make up. Oh, I'm looking good. I'm looking good. But it's not fun if I'm just say myself, I'm looking good. It's when you enter in the assembly and everyone say, oh, you're really looking beautiful. That's the fun about it. Krishna is so beautiful, but he can't relish the sweetness of his own beauty because it's all about him. But who is the one who is relishing completely the sweetness of Krishna's name and his beauty? It's only Radharani. Therefore, Krishna literally begged to Radharani, can you grant me your emotions and also your complexion? With that, I will relish the sweetness of my own names and my own beauty. You see? It's a mystery. It never happened in any other incarnation. So Radharani is very merciful. She's very compassionate. She said, okay, I'm giving you my complexion. And her complexion is what color? Golden color. And Krishna complexion is? Bluish black. So Krishna adopted the complexion of Radharani and the emotion of Radharani. This is called association. So when Krishna did that, he became Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who descended 538 years back. In other words, if we describe who is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, means Krishna who is associating, trying to associate with the emotions and the love of Radharani. That's the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Understand? In other words, Krishna himself descended again after Dwapar Yuga in this Kali Yuga. And this is called Chan Avatar, means hidden incarnation. Hidden incarnation. Someone can question, oh, we never heard this before. And it's true, even in India, we didn't heard this before. Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Oh, never heard. Yeah, in our history books, there used to be just 2 paragraphs. In our history books, we used to read about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And those publishers of those academic books, they just described, oh, he was a big devotee of Lord Krishna. That's all. Just very simple, 2 paragraphs. Oh, he's born in Bengal 500 some years back and a great devotee of Lord Krishna. That's all we heard about Mahaprabhu in our academic books. But if we go through the scriptures, let's say Srimad Bhagavatam. Everyone worship Bhagavatam. In Bhagavatam, there are many places where the incarnation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is mentioned. Let's say 10th canto Bhagavatam. There is a great personality. Tell me the name. I'll give you double prasad after the lecture. A personality came to give name ceremony to the 2 boys, the boys of Yashoda Maya and Roni Maya. Who came? Loud. 1 minute. Grom Kapai. Gargamuni. Grom Kapai Harinam. Chuchu Ruski. Yeah? Da?
Hello.
Da. So that's why in Russia we say Grom Kapai Harinam. Chant loudly. So Gargacharya ji came from Mathura to give name ceremony for these two boys. And while giving name ceremony to the son of Yashoda, who is that? Gargacharya ji said, Asan varna strohi yasya ganitam anuyugantanum shukla rakta tatha pitam idanim krishnatam gata. The meaning is, Shri Gargacharya ji said, O Nanda Maharaj, your boy, this son, in other ages, in different ages, he assumed different colors. In Satyuga, he was white complexion. In Treta Yuga, he was red complexion, Shukla Rakta. And in Kali Yuga, your boy going to hold golden complexion. Idanim Krishnatam Gata. And now is Krishna. Who can refute Bhagavatam? No one. This is evidence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Gargacharya ji came in Dwapar Yuga to give name ceremony to Krishna, he said, your boy in other ages assumed different form or different colors. In Satyuga was white, in Treta was red, and in Kali Yuga. So this happening in Dwapar Yuga, but he already predicted what's going to happen in Kali Yuga. Your boy, means Krishna, going to be having golden complexion. That means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is one evidence. There are many. I'm giving one another. 11th canto Bhagavatam. There is Nav Yogendra Samvad. 9 great personalities, spiritual personalities, very powerful. Nav Yogendra. Once upon a time they descend in the palace of Nimi Maharaj, and he asks questions to each and every. Suppose if there are 9 great sannyasis come your home, it's not that only one is speaking. We have to request all 9 to speak something, because we need blessings from all 9. So the king asked these questions individually to each and every sannyasi. So Kavir, Havir, and Triksh, Prabuddha, Pipalayan, Avihotra, Chamasa, these are 9 sannyasis. So he asked this question, can you please describe the names, the color of incarnations, all the incarnations. So while describing the incarnations happened in Satyuga, Treta and Dwapar, they start describing the incarnations going to happen in Kali Yuga. And while describing the incarnations of Kali Yuga, Kavir, Havi, Antriksha. So Antriksha, Yogendra said, Tvaktva Sudustajya Suripsha Raja Lakshmi Dharmaish Are Vachasa Yad Agadaranyam Maya Mrigam Dev Ipsita Anvadhavad Vande Mahapurushate Charanar Vindam. What is the meaning? Bata sakte hain? Very important, learn this verse. Meaning is, I worship that Lord who ran after deer. Who's that Lord? That's the problem. Everyone take this slok with understanding this belongs to Ram. Taktva Sudustajya Suripsha Raja Lakshmi Dharmash Are Vachas Yadagadharanyam means one whose consort got separated and one who entered in the forest running after the deer. So it clearly shows this is about Bhagwan Ram, right? And there are so many Bhagavatam reciters, they take this verse and they relate this verse to Lord Ram. But if you read this chapter, this verse was said when they describe the incarnation of Kali Yuga, not Treta Yuga. Getting my point? If we start alphabet A, B, C, D, what happened after D? What comes after D? Sorry. E, F, G? After D, we can't say after D, A, B, C. E, F, G, right? So that's the sequence. So when this sannyasi is describing the incarnations happening in Kali Yuga, how this going into forest and giving up one's consort and running after deer can relate to Lord Ram, which happened in Treta. आगे की बात बोलो. What happened in Kali Yuga? So this verse applies to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Taktva sudustajya suripsha raja lakshmi dharmaishtare vachasyadagadharanyam. One who has given up his wife, his consort, Vishnu Priya Devi, and is running after deer means just like a deer run all directions to get some water to quench the thirst. But deer don't get water in the desert and he dies. Similarly, jivas, we all, with this hope, we'll get enjoyment here, we get enjoyment there, we get enjoyment here, we get enjoyment there, like a deer. We die thinking we're going to drive enjoyment in these material objects. But there is no any long-lasting or long enjoyment in any material object. So Mahaprabhu, then incarnation, who ran after the jivas, Vande Mahapurushate Charnar Vindam. We pay obeisances to this Mahapurusha. Understand the sequence? समझ आया? Mansi समझ आया? So because the description of the incarnation happening in Kali Yuga was in the sequence, and therefore this verse applies not to Bhagwan Ram. Maya mrigam deit ipsut anvadav. Just because it said that incarnation who run after deer doesn't mean it can only relate to Ram. But we have to understand the meaning of that deer. Just like a deer goes in all direction and don't get water in the desert and dies. Similarly, we jivas, to quench our thirst of getting happiness from all direction, we don't get happiness. Ultimately, every happiness turns out to sufferings and distress and desperation. Every happiness. This is the nature of every happiness. Just few days back I was saying this. Whatever we think the best way to enjoy, whatever, it can be eating, sleeping, whatever, going around the world, whatever. Every kind of happiness in the beginning appears very good, but then it goes high and get a saturation point. And after saturation, that happiness is not happiness anymore. It starts declining and fading. Hemant Prabhu very fond of eating laddus.
Can't eat and sugar.
Yes. Very fond of laddus. Even after hearing laddus, he's like mouth watering. But if I feed him 10 laddus, he start one very nice, second very delicious, amazing, awesome, 10. Say, Hemant Prabhu, I have 50. You have to eat all. Oh no, I can't. No, that's your favorite. And after eating 15, he said, oh, that's enough. Please, Hemant Prabhu, can you finish this 20th one? No, Maharaj, the 16th one is not sweet anymore. Anna? Anyone who has ate 15 laddus or rasgulla in Jagannath Puri, Srila Bharati Maharaj used to tell, in Jagannath Puri, there's some priests, the Pandas of Jagannath temple. And once upon a time, there was a feast arranged in the center, and there was ample supply of rasgullas were there. And there was competition between two Pandas. How much can you eat? And they started competing. And you know how much he ate? 75. After eating lunch. After completing the meal, means the lunch, prasad, 75 rasgullas. And then He started rolling on the ground. Can't breathe because everything is stuck with rasgullas. It's all life here is got stuck with rasgullas. Srila Bharati Maharaj said, I took 3 with my finger out from his, क्या बोलते हैं इसको?
As far as
हाँ, from his throat. That food pipe, sorry. Yeah, very simple. He took out 3 and then he was able to breathe. Otherwise, he could have died. Can you imagine? Disclaimer: don't try at home.
stop at 70.
Stop at 70. And must eat in front of your family members because then there's someone to take out. Anyhow, so the 16th one is not going to give you the same taste, no sweet anymore. And after eating 20 or 25, that can cause health issues. That's the nature of happiness. So we, like deer, throughout our life, just want to enjoy everything. Everything is about enjoyment. When you go to flight, they say, enjoy your flight, enjoy your meal, enjoy your drink, yeah, enjoy your stay in Seattle. Everything is enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. You ask those crew and the captain, are you enjoying? How many years you flying? 20 years. Are you enjoying? They are desperate to leave that job. They're not enjoying. But imagine the first flight of a pilot, really enjoying. Wow, I'm in the sky. But after a while, fade. Every enjoyment goes fade. So, Vande Mahapurushate Charnarvindam Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Running after those, means us, people who are running after enjoying. So in this verse, small little narration of Shri Vishnu Priya Devi, whose appearance is tomorrow. So we're going to hear something today because tomorrow so many other things to say. We already started celebrating this Vasanta Panchami tonight. Shri Vishnu Priya Devi. Mahaprabhu, when he was very young, where? In Navdeep. He manifested his pastime, was playing his pastime 25 years in Navdeep Dham. He got married with Lakshmi Priya. His first wife, Lakshmi Priya Devi. But then, father of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he left this world. What was his name? Raise your hands. Don't speak like that. Jagannath Mishra. So when he left this world, Mahaprabhu went to Gaya to perform those Shraddh ceremony. In the separation of Shri Mahaprabhu, Shri Lakshmi Priya Devi, she left also in separation. She can't hold that separation. She can't bear that separation. So she left this world. Mahaprabhu came back totally changed. Before he was very naughty. He has all notorious pastimes. He used to trouble everyone. Just like Krishna, a young boy, very naughty. And who's Mahaprabhu? He's not like Bhagwan Ram. Ram is very sober. So they're all playing different roles. Huh? If you see any, the peak of, means the height of anyone sober, we can see Bhagwan Ram. So sober, polite. His movements, everything is so polite. And Krishna always jumping, stealing, all naughty activities. Similarly, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, when he was young, he used to dive in Ganga, because in Navdeep Dham, if you go Navdeep Dham, you find Ganga there. And they're Brahmins, they're taking bath in Ganga, and they're chanting their mantras in Ganga. Mahaprabhu used to dive in the water and pulling their legs, and they think this is a crocodile. They say, bachao, bachao, save me, save me. And they say, oh, he's Nimai, he's so naughty. some mothers, like here we have so many mothers with small babies, they come on the bank of Ganga to take bath in Ganga, so they keep their children on the bank, ointed with oil. That's a trend in Bengal. They put coconut oil or mustard oil, and the children they're getting, what you call, sun bath. And the mothers, ladies, they used to go bath in Ganga. Mahaprabhu means Nimai, small boy, very naughty. He used to collect some water in his mouth. And he comes out and
Squirt.
Squirts it out.
squirt water in the ears of the children. And they start crying, ah! And that makes Mahaprabhu so happy. And those ladies, they're running after Mahaprabhu. Nimai, you are so naughty, you are so naughty. But actually Mahaprabhu was captivating the heart of everyone. Looks like trouble, but everyone was so happy because of his presence. Then Mahaprabhu also, he was very scholar, big scholar. He learned all scriptures. Of course, he's Bhagwan, he knows everything. He used to challenge those big pandits. Pandits get terrified seeing Mahaprabhu coming on the street. If they see, oh, Nimai is coming, they change the direction. Because Mahaprabhu called upon one pandit, come here. Can you describe the verse? And he said, yes, it's easy. Okay, I want to hear the meaning of the verse. Mahaprabhu asking. And the Brahmin is giving the meaning. Mahaprabhu said, totally wrong. I can give you a better explanation. Sanskrit. Then Mahaprabhu used to give better explanation and he's amazed. Wow, Nimai, I never heard this. Wonderful explanation. Mahaprabhu said, but this is wrong. Nimai said, this is wrong, I want to give you the correct one. Then he brings up some other explanation. He said, oh, yes, Nimai, this is correct. Yes, you said the previous one is wrong. Mahaprabhu said, this is also wrong. And he's like scratching his head and he just runs away. This is how Mahaprabhu terrified everyone there. He was very naughty. But when he went to Gaya, he met his Gurudev. Who's his Gurudev? Shri Ishwar Puri. Shri Ishwar Puri. And Mahaprabhu got initiation. The Gopal Mantra from Shri Ishwar Puri. What is Gopal Mantra? The form of Krishna. The form of Krishna is is this Gopal Mantra, which is so important. If you read Birad Bhagavatamritam, Gop Kumar, one Brahmin, only just because of chanting this mantra, he crossed all these layers: Swarga, Brahma Lok, Mahesh Lok, Saket Dham, Dwarka Dham, Mathura Dham. Finally, he entered in Golok Vrindavan at that moment when Krishna was coming with his cows at dusk, around that time. And the Gokumar entered in that pastime and Krishna saw him and he embraced him. This Gopal mantra is very, very powerful. Very powerful mantra. So Mahaprabhu received this and he came back totally changed. Day and night he was just crying and weeping, and calling out, Krishna, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Asking everyone, where is Krishna? Who's calling this? And who's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Krishna himself is crying for his own names because he's tasting this, the sweetness of his own names. Getting my point? That's why we say Mahaprabhu incarnation is a mystery. It's not simple. So he's calling his own names and crying and weeping. He used to ask his friend, dear friend, Gadadhar, can you tell me where Krishna is? He's in your heart. And he's trying to pierce his heart like this. He's getting so restless. He's totally changed after initiation. Totally changed. We may think, what is the purpose of getting initiation? It transforms. So many lives of samskaras which we are going through. Just by getting this process of initiation, coming the process of initiation, which means initiating the process of spiritual life is initiation. Not the completion, is initiating the part. You know? Mahaprabhu got totally changed. And Sachi Mata was so worried. Once upon a time, while taking bath in Ganga, she saw a beautiful girl, young beautiful girl, teenager. And she started meditating, oh, what if my Nimai get married to this girl? She's so beautiful, so sober. And it's a long pastime, but cut short. Marriage was arranged. Mahaprabhu and Vishnu Priya Devi. So Mahaprabhu married another. Why it is so? You can say, wow, he's Bhagwan, why is marrying 2, 3? Krishna married 16,008. 16,108. Because Bhagwan always endowed with his 3 potencies. Shri, Bhu, Leela Shaktis. Bhagwan, all incarnations comes with Shri and Bhu. Bhu means Prithvi. This is one of the potency of the Lord. Shri Shakti, Bhu Shakti and Leela Shakti. Similarly, Lakshmi Priya Devi, Vishnu Priya Devi, Shri and Bhu Shakti. Mahaprabhu married with Vishnu Priya Devi, but he's totally changed now. Totally transformed after initiation. You know? But don't fear thinking that, oh, if I get this mantra, what if I leave my wife? Or if I get indifferent to her? It's not going to happen to us. Mahaprabhu is just playing a pastime as a teacher, as a Jagat Guru, to show us something with his own ideal example. So while staying at home, so in Navdeep he stayed until 25 years old. In Navdeep pastime 25. Once upon a time, Vishnu Priya Devi, she went to Ganga also to take bath there, but her besar, क्या बोलते हैं, nose ring fell in Ganga, which is considered very inauspicious if nose ring fall. So her nose ring fell in Ganga and she was so worried. I don't know what's going to happen today. I don't know what's going to happen today. My nose ring fell in Ganga. So all other ladies there tried to console her. No, nothing. Don't worry. Nothing's going to happen. She came back home little nervous. And Mahaprabhu, first time since ever he got married with Vishnu Priya Devi, first time he started speaking sweet words to Vishnu Priya Devi. Oh Vishnu Priya, how are you? First time. And her heartbeat getting high because Mahaprabhu never used to speak to her, because he's already in a renounced order. So many details in that. Don't conclude in your mind, oh, what kind of Bhagwan is he? So don't get concluded, because I have not concluded everything. It takes a bunch of classes to understand the complete. I'm just taking a portion of that, considering the time factor. So Mahaprabhu said, oh Vishnu Priya, let me arrange your hairs today. He started combing her hair. And she's getting so nervous. Today, this morning, I went to Ganga. My nose ring fell in Ganga. And first time, my husband is speaking so sweet words to me. And he's arranging my hairs. something is going to happen today. I don't know what is that. I don't know what is that. She is so scared. And while Mahaprabhu arranging her ears, Vishnu Priya Devi, with the potency of Yog Maya, Shakti of Bhagwan, which covers everyone, Shri Vishnu Priya Devi fell asleep. And Mahaprabhu, taking this opportunity, he went out of house to accept renounce order of life, sannyas. His mother Sachi Mata was standing at the doorstep, seeing that how my son Nimai is going right in front of my eyes. He's leaving me. He's leaving his wife. He's leaving his mother. For sannyas. She got totally stunned. She can't even speak one word. Totally stunned to see this. And Mahaprabhu, he jumped in Magh Mas. Magh Mas means almost, क्या होता है Magh Mas? December, January. January. यही तो Magh Mas तो चल रहा है. Mahaprabhu, in that cold, severe cold, he jumped into Ganga and he swam across Ganga miles, and he came to one village called Katwa, where he asked one personality, one person who was acting as guru. I'm speaking very simple terms. I want sannyas, Keshav Bharati. His name was Keshav Bharati. I want sannyas. So for sannyas, one has to shave head. Mahaprabhu hairs were so beautiful, like as we see Ram, Krishna. Long hairs, touching shoulders. Curly hairs. Very beautiful hairs. So it's a custom when if you have to take sannyas, you have to shave your hairs. So Mahaprabhu asked a barber to shave my hairs. And barber, his hands were shaking. Oh no, please don't order. I can't do this. I can't do this. I've not seen such beautiful hairs in my life. I can't shave you. All devotees literally requesting and begging Mahaprabhu, please, Nimai, don't take sannyas. Nimai, don't take sannyas. And Mahaprabhu, he became, how you say, very grave. And he determined, I have to take sannyas. Coming to the point later. He ordered barber, no, you must shave me. And he's crying and weeping, no, please, I'm ordering you. And then his hand was shaking, but he shaved Mahaprabhu. So many devotees of Mahaprabhu seeing this, they fainted. They can't see this. How he's become so strong. How can be he so cruel? Leaving everyone like this, crying and weeping, and he's so determined to take sannyas. Mahaprabhu shaved, he got shaved, and he got this sannyas. Why he got sannyas? Maya mrigam det ipsat anvadhavad. For jivas like us who are running after enjoyment, indulging in mic activities, means temporary activities, which gives, of course, gives happiness, no doubt, of course gives happiness, but momentary happiness. Happiness with body, enjoyment with body or mind, momentary happiness. But Mahaprabhu wants to give, I'm here to give you blissful life, not only happiness. Enechi Aushadhi Maya Nashi Varalagi Harinam Mahamantra Laho Tumi Magi. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enacting so many pastimes, accomplishing so many pastimes in just one incarnation, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One is, I told earlier, how Krishna, he wants to associate with his, relish the sweetness of his own names and beauty, but through Radharani. This is the prime purpose. And secondary is to deliver all the jivas. So Mahaprabhu, He brought Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He donated to this world this Hare Krishna Mahamantra so that this is like a ladder. If you hold this, I can pull you with this ladder to eternal abode, which is full of happiness, full of bliss. There is no suffering, there is no old age, there is no disease, there is no death. And in this world, there is disease, there is old age, and there is death, which we don't want. No one wants to get disease, no one wants to get old, and no one wants to die. Anyone here wants to die? Please. There are so many opportunities. Anyone? Scared. Anyone wants to get COVID?
Definitely not.
The worst one? Not the mild one. 3 days. No one wants to get disease. No one wants to look old. Moment one start, anyway, that's a joke. Moment one start becoming old, means gray hairs, then we have dyes to cover that. And many other means. No one wants to become old. But in Golok, there is no old age, there is no disease, there is no death. Janam Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. Nothing is there. Everyone is so blissful and always remain the age of 12 and a half, 13, 14, teenager. There is a nature of that abode. And the nature of this, like in this world also, we have nature of different countries. You know? If you have to stay here in America, you have to abide by the rules and regulations of America. But if you have to be in India, there's a different rules and regulations. You know? Here you have left and drive. In India, here if you don't stop at the stop sign, you get ticket. But India, if you stop at the stop sign, you get accident. You get accident if you stop there. You have to keep on moving. So different nature.
And you'll hear curses from behind.
Huh?
Why
And
are
you
you
get so many
stopping?
curses. Why you stopped? Yeah. So that's why. Tomorrow is appearance day of Shri Vishnu Priya Devi. When Mahaprabhu took sannyas, now coming to the conclusion, a very important point. When Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he went to Jagannath Puri. Because when his mother Sachimata came to know, oh, my son Nimai has taken sannyas, she came crying and weeping. Nimai, what you did? What you did? Why you took sannyas? And Mahaprabhu tried to check on his own mother Sachimata, saying, so mother, if you want, and if you say, I can give him my sannyas and come back to you. She said, no. That's very bad. You can't do this. Now because you have taken sannyas, you can't come back. So mother, you've given me so much love, you've given me birth. I want to obey you. Tell me, where shall I go? Where shall I live? I will just follow whatever you say. Mahaprabhu said, I want to go Vrindavan. But Mother Sachimata said, Nimai, better you stay in Nilachal, Jagannath Puri. Because it's very close to Navdeep. I will get your news. But if you go to Vrindavan, it's too far. I won't get any of your news. I want to hear about you. I want to see you time to time. So Mahaprabhu paid obeisances and he went to Nilachal, Jagannath Puri Dham. And now Vishnu Priya Devi, what she did? She made one deity of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And started worshipping that deity. The Lord of her life, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. She used to start chanting in the morning until midnight. And such severe austerities, mind-blowing. She used to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, when she chant 108 times, means one round, she give one piece of rice. One piece of rice. Then again completing another round, another piece of rice. Then third round, third piece of rice. In this way, as many rounds she's chanting all day and night, she's keeping that many pieces of rice. And then she used to cook that and offer to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And first of all, she's offering to her mother-in-law, Sachi Mata. And whatever left, she was only surviving on that. Can you imagine how many pieces of rice can be in one day? Let's say 200 pieces. 200 rounds, very difficult. So say maximum 200 rounds. So 200 pieces of rice is how much? Then offering to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then first of all giving to her mother-in-law. And whatever left over, she's just eating that and that's it. And day and night she's just remembering Mahaprabhu. Day and night remembering Mahaprabhu. Just like Sita Devi, she's in Lanka, in Ashok Vatika. And what she's doing every day, every minute, every moment, she's chanting Ram, Ram, Ram. And what Ram is doing? What Bhagavan Ram is doing? Sita, Sita, Sita. Similarly, Vishnupriya Devi also day and night chanting Mahamantra and remembering Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is that? This is called a special flavor. What is that? Vipralam Bhav. The mood of separation. In this world, separation is very painful. Yes? But in spiritual world, this world is a replica of spiritual world. In spiritual world, separation is enjoyable. When Sita Devi is chanting Ram, and that was the prime purpose, the main reason. Shri Ram want to get separated from Sita Devi. How dare Ravan can come and just kidnap Sita Devi? Not possible. It's a desire of Bhagavan and his potency, his energy, Sita Devi, to get separated. Why? Because they want to taste Vipralam Bhav, separation. Because separation enhances union, the meeting. In separation, you feel more love. This is what? That's the reason why they have to come from Saket Dham to here. Because there, they are always union. But when they come here, separation. And when there is separation, more love develops. Husband, wife staying together. There is love, but it becomes very regular, like take for granted. But imagine if your husband goes out for 5 years. You are in America, your husband is in India. 5 years. Can't come because some project. How much they're remembering each other? Say newly married couple, only 3 months. Every day they are remembering each other. Every minute, calling, messaging. Wants to know what you're doing, what you're eating, this and that. Separation mood. Remembering more. Oh, my husband used to sit there. Oh, he used to wear this. He used to eat this. He used to do that. Day and night, she's just crazy thinking about him. And what happens in that state? The love grows high, increase more. Understand? This is a concept. Sita Ram, they are together in Saket. But they want to taste this. They want to taste, more love. And that can only possible in the separation. Radha Krishna is in Golok Vrindavan. Together there. But when they come here, Krishna goes to Dwarika. Leave Radharani alone here in Vrindavan. They both. She's crying, he's crying. But don't think, like we cry, they also cry. It's same. No, that's a totally different concept. As Ram, as Krishna, similarly Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is crying for himself, for Krishna. But Vishnupriya Devi, she is crying for Mahaprabhu. So she established this. What? Chanting of Mahamantra. Yeah. So tomorrow is her appearance day. We pay obeisances to Vishnu Priya Devi and seeks blessing. Please bless us so we can also develop the same faith and staunch faith in chanting Mahamantra. And we can also one day feel separation from Bhagavan. Right now we are not feeling any separation. We think, oh, he's just here. That's why there is no emotions. There is no encouragement, no inspiration, no enthuse to do anything. But we pray for this. In spiritual life, we pray for separation. Because ultimately the separation is the cause of enhancing union. So indirectly you are asking union, but with a special flavor of separation. So with the mercy of Shri Vishnu Priya Devi, she set up an example of chanting Mahamantra. Gaur Premanande. It's already 9:10. We going to hear more tomorrow. Divine personalities, appearance and disappearance tomorrow. It's a day, very auspicious day, pure day. And if we all can, whatever we are chanting and doing puja, if we can do little extra tomorrow, it's going to give us so many results. Again, I said, if there is anything, any new venture, just go for it. You don't have to consult any chart. It's so auspicious to do anything tomorrow. Cha? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Bolo Vishnu Priya Devi ki jai. Sachinandan Gaur Hari ki jai. Tai Gaur Pimanandi. Hare Krishna.
Tomorrow program at Radharaman House in Linwood. He's going to post tonight after the program for his address.